Traditionally, I grew up on what we would call a ranch. So we had apples and cattle. So for me, I actually studied environmental science and then went on to study winemaking in New Zealand. So I have a little mix of an accent between Australia, America and New Zealand, so I confuse everyone. No, I'm lucky I go home once a year, normally at this time of the year, and it's just before harvest in Australia. So I get to sip and taste my way around both the vineyard and all the different wineries, so it's perfect timing. My family come up and see me regularly, so good excuse to get on a plane and work on the town when I get down under. Yeah, I do actually. Family still have a property in South Australia called Turkey Flat Wines, and so if I'm back there to see them, then yeah, I'm out there running around the fields tasting tanks and making the comparison between Australia and what's happening up here, and trying to learn new techniques and pilfer whatever we can to bring back and. No, I grew up from the age of 4 running around eating apples, and when I first came to America and worked over in Sonoma, I often made a lot of my picking decisions based on what I was seeing in the apple orchards. And then as I've moved around, I've utilized that to understand the environment and realize when we need to pick by watching all the other trees and the leaves turning. So it's all rather symbiotic for me. No, it was a winemaking decision. I was actually approached to head up a winery called McMurray Ranch in Sonoma, and so came across and did that for 7 years and loved it and stayed, and then moved across here to the Napa Valley and been here ever since. So 14 years later and I'm still here and won't go home. Started out as winemaker and then moved across to Diageo Chateau and Estate Wines as their director of winemaking for all of their North America company. And I was also heading up their New Zealand brand and their Italian brand as well. So then decided I wanted to go back to small, which is pretty much what I'd started out with in Australia, which was just a small 5,000 case brand. And so the opportunity at Spring Mountain presented itself as technical director for vineyards and winemaking. So I moved across, came across, never looked back, loved it. So getting my hands dirty again, walking the vines with the vineyard manager and getting to actually make wine and get my hands dirty, and now as general manager, back out on the road helping to sell it too. So doing a little of everything.